Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today I wanted to talk some scripted television. I wanted to talk All American Homecoming. And I haven't talked too much about it this season because I think there's like 3 episodes left or so. And it still has not been renewed for for season 2. So, but there was a couple of storylines that I wanted to highlight because I'm trying to figure out the direction of the show. And I feel like there's some similarities to the original All American because some of the same writers from All American are also on this show. And one of the things that's the similarities is this possible sibling storyline. So I'm trying to figure out how that's going to go, or if it's going to come out that both JR and Damon were adopted or something, is why they weren't showing as a familial match, or how they're going to parlay this storyline. But remember, Olivia and Jordan thought that they were related to Spencer at one point, right? So that was a whole nother thing because and caused some things because obviously there was chemistry there at that time, season 1, between Spencer and Olivia. And so also now there's rumors, or not rumors, but based off of how kind of we're seeing the trajectory of the show, it looks like there's going to be a love triangle. It looks like there's going to be a love triangle that is going to involve Damon, THEA, and Simone. And that is going to be reminiscent of Spencer, Olivia, and Layla. Whereas we know obviously that Spencer and Olivia's endgame, and most likely Damon and Simone are endgame. But I don't know. Like, I feel like, because they've been teasing us for a while with the back and forth with like Jordan appearing on All American Homecoming, Simone going back to All American, and them trying to like figure out their relationship, but they're both in like these weird parallels where they have feelings for their friend and they're building these emotional connections with their friend. And it's like at the point where, you know, something's about to go down, something's about to cross the line. And so my prediction, and I don't know if it's going to come true or not, but my prediction is that next week, Simone is going to go home. She's going to think that things are on the up and up with her and Jordan, and then she's going to suspect something's off with Jordan and Layla's connection, and ultimately it possibly is either going to lead to a breakup or a break of some sort. Meanwhile, Damon and THEA, they are having a great time with each other. They're building, they're going out on dates, this and that. They're really enjoying each other's company. It's really refreshing for Damon because now he's not caught up, you know, having feelings for somebody who's unavailable and this and that. Then Simone comes back and is distraught. You know, she's going through a breakup, but also at the same token, she can now, you know, be open and honest with her feelings about Damon. And then she's going to find out that Damon and THEA are a thing. And then so this is going to have 2 things that are going to end up happening, right? Is the problem is this is also going to have THEA and Simone also be at odds once again, because they're like finally semi-friends to an extent, and now they're going to be fighting over the same guy. And unfortunately, Damon at some point is going to hurt THEA because he has stronger feelings for Simone. But I actually like Damon and THEA. I think they have amazing chemistry, and I love how like sweet and innocent and wholesome it is. And I love how they are depicting a female, you know, who hasn't had too much dating experience, who doesn't know all of the things to kind of watch out for in college and this and that, because she had, you know, come from basically a strict family that was all about tennis, that was all about her academics and everything else, that she didn't know how to navigate boys and everything else. And so I thought it was a great depiction of, you know, the unawareness and the naiveness of it all. And then, you know, also genuinely connecting emotionally with somebody who genuinely likes her for her and isn't trying to take advantage of her, isn't trying to do anything sketchy or anything else. So I love that for, you know, THEA and Damon. I just don't know. I just hope that we just don't go down this road and then it ends up being that obviously he's going to end up hurting her because of his feelings for Simone. Like, I just don't know where that's going to go. And I also am rooting for JR and his ex to get back together. Like, I'm hoping that he finds out that the person that he thinks she cheated with was actually a situation where she was taken advantage of and she actually didn't cheat on him. Because she seems like very like nice and everything else. And it just seems like, you know, he has like a disconnect when he finds out things in terms of like communicating and following up and trying to find out what exactly happened. He just immediately like takes action and like completely like disappears and falls off the grid, versus like talking about what happened and what took place and this and that. So that will be very interesting, but I'm just worried about the trajectory of the show. And I don't want it to go down the same road as All American with like love triangles and all this nonsense. Like, I feel like if we're going to go the route of Damon and Simone, I don't mind if there's going to be angst, if there's going to be endgame, but I hate this for THEA because I'm actually, like, THEA's actually becoming, like, one of my faves on the show because I love her arc. I love, like, the different, you know, layers and everything else that you can kind of peel back from her. And she is very enjoyable. It's really nice to kind of see her blossom now from what we saw from her in the pilot to where she is now. I feel so bad that unfortunately, if they go down this love triangle route, it's not going to end well for her. So I don't know. So I guess we'll have to continue to monitor it. But what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And I think the only other thing that I have concerns about is that this is supposed to be Simone's spin-off show, but I feel like she's not the star. And it's very weird. Like, I feel like, at least with All American, you know, Spencer, the show is about him. But I feel like the show is not about Simone at all. I feel like the supporting cast is getting a lot more depth to their characters. They're getting way more storyline than what Simone is getting. And it seems like Simone, they really only use her to kind of prop her up with Damon. And like, it has her like chasing Damon around like a puppy dog. And I'm like, I don't understand. I'm like, this is your show. Like, what are we doing? Like, what is going on? Is this your show or is this the Damon show? So I don't know how they're going to navigate this moving forward. I don't know how they're going to navigate this with a season 2, but they need to give Simone more of a storyline, and they need to, you know, really have it to where she's the anchor of this show. She's the star of this show, and everybody else can still have their storylines, but she needs to also still be a main character on her own show. Like, make it make sense. How are you not a main character in your own show? I don't understand. But so that's on that. And I think I'm wondering eventually if they're going to stop doing the crossover episodes, because it seems as though it's not, you know, reflecting well in the viewership as well. Like, it seems like the viewership started off strong, like almost 500,000 viewers, and then it's kind of tapered off around 300,000 every week. So, and the demo's kind of been around 0.10. So it'll be very interesting to see, you know, if they move away from the back and forth with Simone and Jordan and, you know, really try to have them each, you know, be focused in on their own storylines and their own shows. So that way the show can really thrive and the show can really grow and build that audience. So there is that. Because I personally like the show. I love any type of college show that is incorporating HBCUs. And I really love the quad on BET. I felt it was a premature cancellation. And I just think the problem ended up being that they had spent too much time on certain storylines that kind of took away from the ensemble cast. And I don't want this show to go to that direction either, where it's just like a big love triangle. Like, I love the different arcs of potentially joining, you know, a sorority, you know, the different things of dealing with athletics, you know, dealing with being in a fraternity during college and dating in college, and hopefully they get more to like some of the in classroom stuff and classroom assignments. But I love the different dynamics because there's several different storylines that you can come from, right? So we'll see. And then how also, you know, you have the different parties in college that you attend and what happens and all that. So I feel like they're covering a lot of bases of what you would see, you know, typically as an undergrad in college. So that's nice to, you know, feature that. So I don't know. Like, I just hope that it gets renewed for season 2, but I just hope that they're just not following the same storylines as All American, and that they, you know, really try to make this show their own and also feature the main character of the show at some point. So there's that. Because there was like one episode where like Simone was hardly in the episode. It didn't even make any sense. So that was that. But let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think of the trajectory of the show? What do you think the last 3 episodes is going to be? Do you think that they are heading in the route of a triangle between THEA, Damon, and Simone? Do you think Simone and Jordan will ultimately break up? What are your guys' thoughts for these last 3 episodes? And do you guys think it'll get renewed for season 2? Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.